may as well just start now. I'll share my screen.
All right.
There's not really too much to add from last week. Today, can you guys see my screen? Okay.
It's loading. Yep, we got you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, basically, education meeting this morning. We whipped through that. This date is wrong. 20th. Then now we've got the roundtable community updates. In the morning for you guys, we have Bud's Smart Money. Thursday we have Crypto Corner, and then Sunday we have Monk's Poker. Mr. Fire.
All right. So, assuming these are updated, we're looking at 96 ETH or 96 staked ETH, 1.25 ETH in the wallet, as well as about 0.4 in the royalty and 0.88 in deployer. This is, I believe, the last Friday of the month this week. So Dizzy, we're gonna have to get some ETH freed up to be able to submit payments later this week, FYI. Okay. On the education side, I hear some like breaking in and out there, Stags. If you're talking, I'm not sure. Um, on the education side, basically just working on the graphics. So got 3 of the new or of the rework weapons done. Is it a bat, a crane, and the hammer? So just kind of working my way through those. We have a meeting scheduled later this week to discuss the weapons further and try and move that forward. That's about all I have for this week. And now I'm back to you, Stags.
All right, cool. That's pretty much all we have for the community update. So I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen. Okay, so we'll jump into roundtable. So, yeah, there's only a few of us here, so we'll keep it brief. Amongst proposals, if you guys go to the announcements section, there is a current proposal that is up. Snapshot vote right now. Now let me check the. There is There is so far 566 votes, which isn't too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 votes so far. No one's voted no. So that's not a bad result, considering how quiet the server is. Yeah, so if you haven't already voted on that, go to the announcement section and give us a little vote. Either way, everyone's vote is important, as we are a DAO. So yeah, go up there, post your vote if you haven't already, and that should be ending. We're running that one a little bit longer, so I think 2 weeks from now, we'll close that. It looks like it's going to pass anyways. All the whales have voted, so and that'll be good for Monkz as well because it means that we can start doing some things with the DAO funds, and it's probably a perfect time to start making plays because we could put ourselves in a better position in 12 months time and then can open up a lot of other opportunities. Next steps would be push to a community. Oh, sorry, that's already done. The next steps will be um, wait for the voting period to be over, and then currently there's no blockers, just the timeline. Does anyone have anything to add to that? No, I'll move on. Cool. So weapons. So last week we had a meeting, and then we had a follow-up meeting, but there was a bit of a confusion with the times. So we actually have one scheduled for. Let me just check this. One scheduled for 9 p.m. PST on Wednesday. So yeah, anyone who is in that Weapons Mint chat, I think it's only Dizzy and Fire and myself. If you can jump on at 9 p.m. Wednesday, I'm going to write a little bit of a hit list on what we need to do. And then I want to start tackling them one at a time and holding people accountable for if they have a timeline, if they've got a set timeline, I want to hold people accountable to them and apply some pressure where needed because it needs to happen. That's how we get things done around here. We harass people till they're done. So yeah, that's the next steps. We'll be wait for that meeting. So we'll get Negative and PJ in one spot, and we'll start a little hit list, and we'll just go through and start ticking things off. And also, we have completed. Well, I shouldn't say we. Fire has completed 3 out of the 10 weapons, with 7 to go of those ones that Malachi designed previously. So yeah, Fire's just redesigning them, and yeah, no real rush on that. As we sort of will be held up with the contracts and the mint page and other little aspects, like for example, how much it's going to cost, etc. So yeah, there's no real rush on getting those 10 weapons out, but we will more or less just Fire's just going to plod along and just do them at his own pace. But I will be guessing that even at his own pace, when he's got some time, everything's going to sort of be done before all the contract stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Does anyone have anything to add to that? Marketing. So yeah, Miss Lynn last week, last time she popped on, said that she wanted to do some bios on people. And I did have a question about that. I did post it in the socials chat. I don't know if you had a chance to see it or respond. I've not checked security.
I did.
So basically,
I didn't.
what I want to is how do you want to go about the bios? Do you want to interview people? Do you want to have a Google form and then you create the like? What's the play here?
So basically for the bios, I have no interviews, no Google form. I just kind of like an introduction on yourself. So you could be like, hey, this is Miss Lynn, had no knowledge of crypto when she first started. And, I could put my credentials, I could put what I've done in Monkz. Or even if you don't want to do a crypto bio, just something about yourself to kind of share about the community or what you're doing to partake in the community. You know what I mean? Like Fire Convoy has been doing education, the Scrum, the weapons. He could just put his credentials in there. So when people do pop into the community, they know that when his name pops up, this is what he's partaking in it and stuff. It's super laggy. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. That's just my end then. If you are struggling,
and there's like a feedback on Stag's mic.
It's not me, it's Stag's. I was like, I could hear it, so I'm like, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Yeah, if you guys struggle and you want to throw some key points into like Chat GPT, or if you want to give me some key points, I can write out a bio. I wanted to do a graphic with your guys' PFP and then have like a paragraph that I could put in the graphic. But if you want more, Twitter or X allows us to do more than 280 characters now. So if you have more than you want to say or introduce yourself on, we can add it to that. But I just want to keep it like a paragraph of who you are and what you are doing for the community, kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you want to create the Google form and then I can push it out to people on exactly what questions? And then maybe you can use ChatGPT to just paste the things in and say, write me a bio for this, or Twitter, etc.
Yeah, I could do that. I'll come up with 3 questions and then send it away to you guys just to make it easier. Also, before I get sidetracked, our Discord link is it our link now? Because now that I'm doing Instagram stories, we're able to link Discord link to it, but then I'm not too sure what invite I'm using. I haven't heard back because I contacted the guy on X and nothing. But Dizzy, have you heard anything?
I don't think so. Let me check my email. if they did, I missed it, which would be out of the ordinary because I don't have a lot of stuff coming into this.
Okay, because then if not, what link are we
Yeah,
using?
just make one. Just make sure that it's
Just make one.
permanent when you make it. Make sure you select one that's a permanent link.
Okay.
So it doesn't expire on you. But yeah, it's really, I don't know when they'll actually get back to us.
Can we just make our own with like a subdomain like, you know, discord.cryptomonks.io and not have to be at the mercy of an incompetent social network company like Discord? That way we could just like set the subdomain to that permanent link and reroute it, and we wouldn't have to worry about it changing. I'd really like to do that instead, just so that we don't, you know, it reduces our risk profile, right, for this.
Yes.
I think PJ has access to the domain, so I don't know if that's a PJ question, but typically, as long as you have the access to like whoever manages the domain should be able to just quite simply create a
/Discord.
Yeah.
And just put the. I don't know for sure if it'll work like that since it's not like an actual web domain, but in theory, it could work. I don't know if you can link like a web domain. I guess it is. I mean, like if you, because it's a Discord GG with our code, so it should work. Yeah, we just have to.
Yeah, I mean, it would just route to whatever domain you point it to, so you could do it. Yeah, I do it as an actual domain, like not as like a cryptomonks.io/Discord, but as a discord.cryptomonks.io, and just set that subdomain as the permanent link, and then whenever that web address is typed, it will reroute to the permanent Discord link, and then, you know, open Discord or whatever it does when you click that.
Yeah, that should work.
I think basically you're gonna have to follow up with PJ or.
Okay, I was gonna say what would be my next steps. So
I think PJ is the only one with access to it, and
we can ask him about it like Wednesday night.
Okay.
If you're available Wednesday night, there's a 9 o'clock call for like the website stuff, which it'd be used, or was that 9 p.m. PST? What time zone is that in?
Yeah, 9 p.m. PST. Yeah. You might just DM him and be like, "Hey, here's the permanent link. Can you set, you know, discord.cryptomonks.io to point towards this permanent link," and just see if he just says, "Yeah, okay, it's done." Because I'm guessing it's like pretty quick thing to do.
Yeah, it should be real simple if he's got the access to do that, which he does, obviously, because he changed the website. So.
Yeah.
Nice one. All right, so that is marketing done. Miss Lynn, do you have anything else to add to marketing before we move on?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, cool. The next one is Monkz events. So I put a little poll out the other day regarding if anyone would be interested in learning about stem cells and regenerative health. And yeah, I had a good response back from that. 9 for yes, for no, or 8 for yes, I should say, because one was me. So yeah, I've in talks with someone at the moment to try and see how they want to go about it. They would like to do if they would like to do a few sessions on it, or just one, or how they want to do it, and then the time. So I'll be doing that. Be working with person in the next couple of days to lock in a time. Also, if you guys have a look at the events announcements, I put out another form for community events. It's actually an old form that I am just, so I've got all the data in one spot. Basically, from what the results say, everyone wants more alpha events, which is cool. Which I'm going to be trying to work towards giving you guys. So that will be what we do moving forward. I don't really have too much to add to that. I just also want to say, like, there's no point me putting on 12 events every single week if there's only 3 people, 5 people showing up. So I'm only going to just narrow it down to be the very best events that we get a good turnout. Love to pop yourself on mute, please, brother.
I just unmuted
yeah,
him,
so
and then I realized why. Somebody else must have muted him.
yeah, I admitted him. So what I would say there is last week we did an ordinals event, and we had a decent turnout. There was about 15, 20 people in there at one stage. So unfortunately, due to technical issues, we had to change it to the following day. But yeah, it seemed to be that we had quite a bit of interest on that. And yeah, it was good for everyone to learn because it's a new thing that if we're in the right spot at the right time, we can make some good money from these. So
there was a stupid
yeah,
let's NFT mint. You know, like I did that last Friday. That weekend, there was this NFT mint. These Nat Cats, and they were like $1.50 to mint, and they're selling for like $1,000 right now. I didn't even mint any too because I was with my family. I was kind of busy, and by the time Monday came around, they had been minted out. Some of them were selling for like $5,000 and stuff for like the laser-eyed ones. the floors look like $1,000, like freaking for like $1.50
wow,
mint.
would have been nice to get a bag at them.
I know there was 8,000 of them minted by like 500 people. So there's some people getting paid right now. But yeah, there's definitely some opportunity.
All right,
I've been continuing to dig into it, try and come up with some more stuff to share. So
nice. So I'm looking forward to the next one for sure. Yeah, and don't forget, guys, the crypto market is heating up as well. So this week we do have Crypto Corner on, and make sure you tune in for that. Yeah, but yeah, as I was saying, I'm only going to try and push like events that people actually want. Last year we were doing lots and lots and lots of events, but a lot of them were just fill. We were doing some random AMAs and all of that stuff. So I want to sort of just provide value, and not just have events on for the sake of it, because it clears up everyone's schedule as well. So especially yeah, Dizzy that has to sort of Dizzy or Basil that have to be here to record. About is the security. We sort of already touched on it a little bit, but Dizzy, do you have any other security notes to add?
Yeah, no real updates this week. Been pretty quiet. Yeah, nothing really going on that front. Typical, constant Twitter. Everybody's Twitter being compromised. I actually did see one thing. I guess there's like a fake iOS app going around right now. It's like a fake debanked app. So I guess that's like the new thing now. Is they're like keep sneaking these like Trojan horse like fake iOS apps onto the store. So yeah, just same old. Be vigilant. So
nice. So the next thing is the prop firm passing service. As you guys know, I do that prop firm passing service. FOMO actually won one this week, and then Basil actually bought another one this week, and then bought FOMO one that he won. So Basil's a loyal customer at this stage, the only customer actually. So yeah, so long as Basil keeps buying them, I'll be happy. And that's pretty much it. Poker. So this week, who won this week? Rat? Was it Rat? Rat? 1 second. It was Papa Blaze. Papa Blaze won the poker tournament. There was no prize this week. We had about 7 entrants, which is pretty slow, but I did make it so if you registered, you could only register 2 hours before the event. Because yeah, I did it the other week for that big game, and there was 3 people at our table that actually were sitting out the whole game, which is very frustrating. it was actually me and FOMO Cop on the table. So yeah, we just had to wait for the other table to play a hand before we could play a hand because it was like on the bubble. So yeah, it was very frustrating. So I changed it to 2 hours before the game actually starts, which yeah, it meant we had less people playing, but there was also no prize, so it's a bit hard to judge. Yeah, we just keep going with poker. There seems to be people coming and playing, and it's good for the community. So maybe we might mix it up and start changing times around and stuff. I'm not sure what everyone feels about that, but yeah, if you guys got any feedback about that, send me a DM and I can factor that in. Smart contracts. So, oh, sorry. Before I move on, does anyone have anything to add to that? Poker. Oh, okay, smart contracts. So, yeah, as you guys just heard earlier, it sort of ties in with weapons. We're having a meeting tomorrow, Wednesday. Wednesday. It's 9 p.m. PST. I think we're having it. Yeah, so be in there for that. If you are in that website's chat, I'll tag you all day about that. So the blockers would just be having that meeting, so then we know where we're at and we can go forward from there. The next thing is NFT Alpha Caller, or yeah, I've reached out to a few people last week, as I said I would. Sort of see if there's anyone that wants to share with our community their pre-sales and all of that stuff. But I'll be honest, the common answer I was getting is we only have a small allocation, and they go to our community members. So maybe I might have to cast the net a bit wider and go out onto Twitter. If there's anyone that can block those up. So the next steps would be sort of ask the net a bit further, and also ask the community members of Monkz if they are in any of these groups, if we can try and get some yeah, some leads for that would be good, because we are actively looking. As I said a few times now, we want to put ourselves in a good position for this next bull run. So that means bringing on the best people for the best alpha. If that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. That's why everyone signed up for Monkz originally. It was for the alpha and the game. So let's start delivering that. I don't have too much more to add on to that topic, as it's still active. So the next steps would be cast the net far and wide. Blockers at this stage would be people's willingness to help other communities that aren't their own, which is fair. I fully understand that. But yeah, it's just one of those. So that would be the only roadblock there for me currently. The next thing, oh, sorry, before I move on, does anyone have anything to add to that? Oh, okay, perfect. Next thing is the website. So as you guys know, the website's up and live. If you haven't already had a look at it, go and have a look and give us your feedback. And keep an eye out for some cool things that are going to get implemented onto that website. The minting page, the weapons, the educations, all of that. So there's no real next steps for that, as it's already live. So I might remove it from the topic of discussion for next week. And yeah, does anyone have any comments on the website? Oh, okay, I'm going to give the floor to anyone. If anyone has anything to add to today's roundtable, please let me know. And I can put it in, put it on. We can have a chat about it. Okay, this is the perfect time to use this soundboard. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, and the silence from that last question, we'll wrap it up there. We did actually do this in 30 minutes today, which is a fairly decent effort. So the next event that we have on is Bud Smart Money, which will happen in roughly 12 hours from now. Well, actually 12 hours and 2 minutes from now. So if you guys do have Forex accounts, jump on for that. Or if you want to learn about Forex and you have any questions, jump in and ask them. Yeah, Bud didn't actually do a session for the last 2 weeks, but from the session he did previously, he managed to pull $1,700 out of the market from one session. So yeah, he is helping people and he does everything live. So you can copy his trades as he gets them. And yeah, that's pretty much all we have for today. I just want to thank everyone for coming out and giving us your 30 minutes this morning, this evening, I should say. And we will see you guys. Oh, sorry. I just unserve and mute Love Slayer. Love Slayer, do you have any questions? I think that answers that. All right, guys, have a good evening, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, good one.
Thank
man.
you.